Okay, everybody. So we should be live right now. We're going live. Let me come over to the page where we're at. Make sure that the audio is working as well. Hold on. Yeah, it is. Good, good, good. So I see here the video, the audio is working. I can hear it. The echo is off. What's up, Michael Reif? What's happening, everybody? Okay, so I just want to make sure everything is working fine. Hold on. I did that too fast. Let me make sure that it's working. Let me come over. Yep, it is working. Okay, good. So now that I see that, let's come on back to the page and welcome you in, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the TNT Thursday night training for Power Lead System for the entire family here. We give this training away, 1 hour free social media marketing tonight. Social media marketing training, internet marketing training, some basic fundamental concepts for those of you that are trying to generate some traffic on the internet, collect some leads, cement some relationships, build up some trust, deliver some value, and the all-important close some sales. Make some money, entrepreneurs. Welcome, welcome, 1,000 welcomes. I'm coming at you from Arizona, right here on the soon-to-be surface of the sun. Catch me in a couple of months, and it'll be the surface of the sun happening here. In the comments below, share where you're hanging out from. We bring people from all over the world, so it's always really, really fun to see where everybody is from. Again, let me go into screen share in a couple of seconds here. I want to cover some basic concepts tonight, let you know what we're going to be talking about, and then do some housekeeping news and updates, and then we'll get right into the content. Hello, everybody. All right, so let's see. Everything's working fine. Good, good, good. I'm going to go on screen share really quick. We got a lot of content to go over today, so I'm going to get right into it. Okay, guys, hold on one second. Let me click on share, present to everybody. All right, there's the screen. I will change that. I will change that. Don't you worry. Here's the page where we are all at. Great, great. I'm going to start with the PowerPoint, and we're going to be bouncing from the PowerPoint to the internet, show you some live real-time stuff, and back to the PowerPoint for some training, some didactic, they used to call it in the Navy, in the military, when we were active duty, didactic training. And then we had the labs and in the field, and so it's all good. New session, how to start building your Facebook audience. How to start building your friends and followers list on Facebook from scratch. From scratch, I'm going to give you some shortcuts. Good ones, not the bad kind, the good kind. Not the bad kind, the good kind. Good kind of shortcuts. But let's go through some beginner stuff first. Okay, guys, let me go on slideshow here really quick. And from the beginning, we do this every single week. Welcome to Thursday training. And for affiliates, you know that this is being recorded and archived at the exact same time on this exact same page that you can replicate and invite your guests, your prospects, your affiliate team, your customers, your clients, even your coaching clients. I know a lot of you do some private coaching and you teach these concepts. You can use this very page, replicate it for yourself as an affiliate of Power Lead System, invite people to free internet marketing, social media marketing training, and have this page lead into your personal marketing system, your marketing funnel, and then market and promote and close sales and whatever your little heart desires. Welcome to Thursday training, Power Lead System, internet marketing, social media marketing night. Tonight, I want to give you some fundamentals on this new session for tonight. We've done a lot of the basic lead in, a lot of preparation work for some of the things we're now covering, little short how-tos. But if you haven't gotten the basic foundation built, if you don't have your Facebook profile for tonight's course ready to receive business, if you don't know yet what kind of content to post on your own profile, then you're not ready for tonight's lesson. But you can quickly catch up because all of these archives, I'm going to show you right now where to find them all. They're all archived. They're all recorded. This is lesson number 17, but you could start all the way back in the beginning and work your way up. For example, last week, we covered really quick how to set up a marketing funnel so you have a system to lead prospects into that does a lot of the grunt work telling and explaining and selling and even training for you, video presentations, lead capture page, all of that instantly, even if you have zero experience starting from ground zero. And even though you don't know what you're doing on social media, who cares? You don't even have a Facebook or a YouTube channel, who cares? We showed you how to get a funnel set up and receiving traffic. We covered that last week. So now we're going to cover, while that's going on, you got your funnel, it's receiving some traffic from the strategy we used last week. While that is happening, now the time is to focus in and start building your own audience on Facebook. Start building your friends and followers list from scratch so that you begin then to generate what a lot of people like to call free traffic and free leads, your own real-time, fresh, free leads. And I use the word free in this context in big, huge air quotes and in air quotations, because I don't believe anything in this world is free. It's going to take you some work, some strategy, some mindset, some consistency, but I'm going to give you some help with that right now. Before I go on though, I want to come back on camera real quick and show you a resource that will help you in this, okay? So let me come back here. Let me go back on camera. I just want to show you something because I need you to screenshot it. I don't have any pictures of this for tonight's class, and I want to make sure that you have this. We covered it months ago. We cover it all the time, a couple of times a year. But what we're teaching tonight, this is written about 100 years ago, and it's about the best social media training course you will ever get. Apply the teachings from this old book, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. There are certain concepts, you'll see in my presentation slides later on tonight, there are certain concepts that absolutely walk from this book right onto your Facebook. If you execute the plan, the strategies, and the concepts in this old 100-year-old book by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, I have not seen a better Facebook training book anywhere yet. If you just apply the concepts from here onto Facebook, you should have no. So for those of you screenshotting this so you know which one it is, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie, right there. Good? All right, good. So let's get back into the content, but that's a resource that will directly help you in what we're doing right now. Let me go back on screen share. Let me go back on screen share and get busy. I need to get busy. I need to deliver some value tonight that will help everybody here to generate leads and get some production off of social media. Okay, that's my goal, to help you win. To help you win. That's my only goal tonight. Help you win. Let's start winning. Let's start winning again. Anyway, let me stop right there. All right, so make affiliate marketing great again. Okay, I will stop right there. I'm going to stop. All right, so here we go, back to current slide. Make affiliate marketing great again. All right, so how to start building your Facebook audience. Let's get into it a little bit. That's me, but enough about me. Let's talk about you. Here's how to get all the recordings, guys, so you can catch up on our training, okay? How to find the recordings, and for affiliates, how to replicate this very page that I'm on right now so you have your own with your own blue button down below it so you can generate leads, inviting people to free training. How cool is that, right? How to replicate this page, how to promote this training with emails that we've already written in email for you. All you got to do is know how to click, send it to your email list to get them to this training, recorded or live. It doesn't matter. This lives 24/7 immediately, every single day of the week, all the way around the world. If somebody has access to the internet, and they can get to your page, they can receive this training, and that can make you some sales. And also how to find all of the recordings. Here we go. So for those of you that want to replicate this page, you want to go to PromoteThursdayTraining.com. PromoteThursdayTraining.com is going to give you that image up on to the left, a couple of videos that show you how to replicate this page and how to email your list and invite people to this training. It's already created. It's already programmed, coded, designed. You don't have to do none of that technical stuff. It is literally click, okay, I got my page set up, click, I'm sending out an email invitation to people, right? And of course, any email can easily turn into a Facebook post, hint, hint. So you can post the email promotion as a Facebook post and still, hey, Franco, I don't have an email list yet. That's cool. Everybody on average has a couple of hundred Facebook friends. Post it on Facebook with a picture like I did. I'll show you right now how I already promoted the training tonight. It's just my nature now. It's part of my habit. I already did it. I'm going to share with you how you can easily do it too. And then, of course, step-by-step instructions. Now, if you don't have your own replicated page for this ready, but you do want to promote and get some Facebook friends here right now, but you want a generic page, then you could, if you want, use the second link. Thursdaytraining.com is universal, team-friendly, generic. When people click the blue button to see what you're selling, they're just going to get a page that says, hey, get back to the person who invited you to this video and get the information from them. They have an affiliate link, and they can check it out, start a 7-day trial on our affiliate team, and plug them into training. There you go. So that's how you do that. Okay, now how do you get the archives? All of the recordings, like I said before, these trainings build upon each other. Last week's training gives you a head start on some things we were talking about to get traffic and get a funnel set up in less than an hour and be up and running a business on the internet globally, all the way around the world. In 1 hour, you can have a business set up and running and receiving traffic without social media. No social media, right? So we covered that last week. So you want to get that recording. And then tonight, we're going to start to teach you, again, fundamentals of what we've already covered in trainings inside the club, how to start building your list and generating your own free leads using Facebook. That's tonight's training. But how do you get the recordings? Well, the recordings are on our YouTube channel. You can just search for Neil Guess channel on YouTube, or if you are even a 7-day free trial member, even as a 7-day free trial member, and obviously all of our existing customers and affiliates. But even if you're a 7-day trial member, which you can click the button below and start that right now, you can get access to the picture up above that says Power Lead System Training. This is our training center. When you get inside of there, you get access even as a free trial member. You click on replays. See the menu up there, replays? Yeah, click on replays, and then it says right there, watch Google Hangout replays. Click here. That takes you to the channel. And on that channel, you see we have the Thursday night internet marketing training sessions, and we have the Wednesday overview. Hey, Franco, what is this about? What program is this? You want to watch the Wednesday overview hangout. And then for free training, that's the Thursday training. Those are the only 2 kinds of videos that you will find on that YouTube channel. Very specific content on that channel. That's the only 2 kinds of videos you'll find. Okay, so that's how to get the recordings. That's how to replicate the page. That's how to promote it. So let's get busy. Let's get busy. Now, as far as the rest of our training schedule on that same training center, you can then click on the menu that says schedule, and you'll see the weekly hangouts and trainings, Monday training, Tuesday training, Wednesday training, Thursday training, Tigers and Bears, oh my, training all over the place. We are not in Kansas anymore, toe-toe, right? We're training all the time. And it's all recorded. Why? Because we don't, education and training is now like 80% of our program, education and training. What used to be, it used to be 95% the tools, the pages, and the systems and the funnels. That's still there. It's state of the art, but we've grown so much in education and training that we give a lot of it away. Here, have a taste of our ice cream. If you like the flavor, you can join the club. Right? Take the puppy home for the weekend. Love the puppy, feed the puppy, pet the puppy, walk the puppy. Come back in on Monday and try to give the puppy back to us. You're going to want to keep the puppy. You're going to want to be a member of the club. Okay, so that's the way we do it, by delivering value. Big hint to tonight's training too, delivering value. We'll get into that in a second, but that's where our training is at. So let's really dive in now. How to start building your Facebook audience, how to start building your friends and followers list on Facebook from scratch. Tonight's training is direct, like machine gun fire. Bop, 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 bop. I'm going to give you shortcuts. I'm going to give you exact how-tos. So I'm not going to, wax and wane and rant and rave into sob stories and rags to riches and a hype of any kind, sales pitches of any kind. I want to give you tactical, strategic training on how to start building your Facebook audience, because if I help you do this, you will help me build our team. And your team and our team and their team and this team and that team and the entire program, and a rising tide lifts even little dinghy boats. It lifts everybody's boat. So we want to deliver value. So before I get into how to start building your Facebook audience, because some people might have gone through some Facebook training, they might say, hey, how dare you start at building a Facebook audience, Franco, without telling us how a new person is supposed to set up their Facebook profile in the first place and what kind of content to post. Well, listen, my friend, we've already covered that. We've already covered exactly how to set up your profile so you are ready for some Facebook business. We even cover how to convert your cover picture, your profile picture, and almost every invitation post that you create and make a little lead capture page, a little lead generation pages out of all of those elements and more inside of your about section. We've already covered that. Get into the recordings. We teach you how to, but I'm going to show you right now how to get access to all of that training already in the program. We've also covered what kind of specific and more broad-based posting, what kind of content to be sharing on your own profile that will lead people. When you do what I teach you to do tonight, they're going to race over to your profile to see who you are, what you're about, and what you're selling, what you're doing, right? So when they get there, we've already had training on how to lead nice little content, valuable breadcrumb trails of posts and pictures and videos and shares on your Facebook so that people find somebody that they are willing to follow, right? So anyway, we've already covered that part. Set up your profile, know what kind of content to put on there. Now we can get right into the day-to-day operation, the day-to-day method, the day-to-day business of building your Facebook audience. How do we do that? Well, let me give you first an example of what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to race through it really quick and show you where all of this additional training on preparing this is at. Look at my buddy Darren Little back there, Black Ops Underground Marketing. This is my Facebook profile. It is a place of business and communication tool for me. Okay, I've turned my Facebook into a cash machine, into a cash register because of how long I've been here, how consistent I am, what kind of post I do, what kind of networking I do, prospecting. I do it all. Okay, I do it all. I'm never going to tell you, I only do this on Facebook. I don't do that on Facebook. I do it all. I try it all. I do it all. And what works for me and what I like to do, I keep doing. Okay, so the Facebook profile is set up for business. Okay, now let me give you just a couple of examples in my most recent post. So just so we know, I've been doing this 16 years full time. I've been on Facebook since Mark Zuckerberg was in diapers dreaming about Facebook. That's a lie, but you know what I'm saying. I've been on Facebook forever, since it was open. Okay, I started using it for business pretty seriously starting in about 2006, 2007, and that's when the big rush of networkers and home-based business people started coming onto Facebook anyway. So I can say I've been here since the beginning of that whole wave. And as you can see, so purposely, I've got, my followers list is up to 8,951 people following. My friends list used to be maxed out at 5,000. It's not for tonight's training, but I've got another training on why I went from 5,000 maxed out friends down to 1,162. And I'll tell you, it was because they opened up and allowed everybody to be able to follow you and see your content. When I was at 5,000 maxed out friends, my timeline personally was a mess. It was an unorganized mess. It was receiving spam and traffic and posts from all kinds of people from everywhere for all kinds of reasons. And I made the decision that I wanted, now you don't have to make this decision, but I just did because I actually wanted to sculpt my timeline to give me content that I truly wanted to follow. Only after I saw that Facebook was allowing us to have unlimited amounts of people follow us, right? So once that happened, hey, they opened it up to unlimited followers, cool. I don't have to have everybody as a friend and kind of drown out my own timeline. I can be very specific on who I allow to be my friend because their stuff ends up showing up on my timeline, right? But I can add unlimited followers. So if you add that up, that's about 9,000 following plus another 1,000 and change. It's about 10,000, 11,000 people, right? A network of 11,000 people thereabouts on my Facebook. That's pretty powerful financially if you know how to leverage this business tool, okay? It's a social lounge. I don't spam like crazy on my Facebook, but it is a business tool, but I use it as a social lounge. I'm patient with my method. I allow Facebook to draw people in closer to me, and then they make their way into my business information, and they see some videos and they buy stuff and I make money. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to do that. But now let's quickly go through some of the posting now that I have. So this is obvious. I do this every time we're doing a Hangout or webinar teaching something. I'm inviting people. Hey, live training now, how to start building your Facebook audience. I'm very direct and to the point. I do not beat around the bush. There's a picture of the training. There's a link to the training. I'm inviting people to free training. If they want to come and access it, they can click. Now, here's the beauty of this training page, though. If they see this tomorrow and I'm not live, they can still click on the link and they can see the recording instantly. That's pretty awesome. That's Power Lead System, okay? That's the benefit of using, if I was just doing a live stream, whatever, they can do that too. But this direct page conducts business for me too. So I love doing that. So that's one example of something to have on your own profile. Invitations to free information, free training, not kind of salesy. I'm not trying to tell people, hey, get rich overnight, you know, join me right now. Look at this, look at this. Right? It's like, hey, if you want to learn how to do this, click. Just lurk, be a fly on the wall. Just take the information in, see how you like it. Maybe you like different presenters, different teachers. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea. That's cool. You know, they can do that too. Right? So that's one type of post. Under it, what other kind of post? Well, you know, personal, love and people kind of post. You know, different things, politics, this, business, that, economic news, you know, sports. You can post on your Facebook wall whatever you want, right? So as an example, I shared this picture, right? Hi, my name is Akbar Nagdi. He's an Iranian. In Iran, it says here, after 10 American runners were denied visas for Iran's first international marathon, I carried the United States flag in Iran running a marathon as a sign of solidarity with the American people and to remind the world that people don't want war, only governments do. Right? So I like that. I resonate with that message. That's cool. That is a cool message. Took a lot of guts to do that. Even here would take a lot of guts to do something like that. Right? So I share that on my wall so people can get a sense of my mindset, my attitude towards people, the world, United States, outside of the United States. What are we really about? You know, hey, listen, man, I agree with this. People don't want war. We don't want war. We don't want our kids dying in war. Governments do. That's an opinion, right? It's an opinion. So I share that because to me it's positive. People don't want, with the quote, people don't want war. Governments and their puppet masters do. Truth, perspective. But why do I post stuff like that? Because like attracts like. It may attract somebody that's checking me out from other engagement, liking, commenting what we're going to get into tonight. They might be a little interested in what I'm about, who I am, what I'm about, and they'll come and they'll see this, and either they're going to relate and resonate with this, or they're not. It's either going to attract them closer to me or it's going to repel them away, right? And that's fine. That's okay. So that's another kind. Notice I'm not selling anything here other than a mindset, right? I love people, you know, sue me, right? So anyway, then we go down below. And now I'm sharing a post by Eric Worre, one of the industry leaders, teaches really great content, really great trainer, right? So he has a video where he's sharing a list of books for growth. And so I share that video, Eric Worre, Network Marketing Pro, and in my comment, I put great list of books, leaders or readers, got a great book you'd recommend, add it to the list in the original comment thread, solid value, right? So I'm just sharing value on my wall. People can watch this quick 5-minute video of book recommendations. And, you know, that attracts some people to like. These are people I can follow up with. I'll get into that in a second, how we do that, right? Then another type of post, another kind of post, right? This was, you know how Facebook gives you memories? So really quick, I put a little memory 5 hours ago, right? Earlier today, 3 years ago in Laguna Niguel, which is a beach town down in Southern California. How time flies. 3 years ago, that's a picture of my girls, right? So blessed to sell. Now, take a listen into the perspective of the caption. Take a listen to the perspective of what I'm posting here. It is a picture 3 years ago of my two little girls, Valerie and Sammy, out at the beach in Southern California with mom and dad. That's number one, right? Now the post. 3 years ago in Laguna Niguel. How time flies. So blessed to celebrate my kids every day since they were born, unapologetically. In this day and age, it's a miracle to be able to raise your own children. You got to take them to daycare, got to be at work 16 hours a day, got to rush back. They're asleep. You put them to bed. You don't raise them. Somebody else raises them. You're raising your kids by watching pictures on Facebook. Now, I'm posting pictures on Facebook, but I was there at the picture. Okay, I'm not seeing this from a cubicle at work. I'm just saying, that's what I'm posting, right? It's a miracle to be able to raise your own children. Check out the PS. PS, get out of the matrix. It's awesome when you bust out of that stupid box they have you crammed in. That's it, just vague, ambiguous. It's a kind of a lifestyle mindset, it's a concept, it's an idea, it's a vision that this picture and this post can embed in the mind of somebody else that found me trying to find information on how to build their own business, build their internet business, build their home business, so that they can do the things they want to do in life. Do they have kids that they want to be there for and raise on their own outside of the daycare center system or whatever? I don't know, but this is the kind of lifestyle notice it's not in front of a Lamborghini. I'm not saying you're going to get rich overnight. I'm not selling you, click the link, join me now. I'll make you 1,000,000,000% a day in Bitcoin a day. I'm not saying any of that stuff, right? But it is dropping a pretty profound message and vision. This is possible. What does this guy do to be able to be with their kids every day and post this kind of stuff on Facebook and make a living? What is he doing, right? So that's what that's for. That's another kind. Now here's another kind of post. I'm just briefly showing you what kind of post I leave on my Facebook, and it generates sales for me, okay? It generates interest. It gets people interested in what in the world are you doing? So here's something I shared from Tom Brady's page, right? Tom Brady, the famous Super Bowl winning quarterback, right? That nobody wanted. He went like, I don't know, in the 6th round of the draft or something like that. Nobody wanted him, right? So his quote on this picture that I shared on my wall was, you can prove them right, or you can prove them wrong, right? And he goes into his story. I just quoted it again here, right? This is what people were saying about him. I found my Combine shirt from 17 years ago, and it got me thinking. This is what they said about me way back then, 17 years ago. They said, this guy has poor build, skinny, lacks great physical stature and strength, lacks mobility and ability to avoid the rush. They said all this stuff in public, trying to drown out his dream of playing in the NFL. In public, they were trying to ruin him before he ever got started. They were telling other people, look, he lacks a really strong throwing arm. Don't pay for this guy. Don't get this guy. He can't drive the ball downfield. He does not throw a really tight spiral. System type player who can get exposed if forced to ad-lib. He gets knocked down easily. As Julian Edelman always reminds him, you can prove him right or you can prove him wrong. Good luck to all of you this weekend, Tom Brady. Can you posted all of what they saw that your weaknesses were in public on Facebook for everyone to see about, don't join this guy in a business. He doesn't read books. He doesn't have a list. He doesn't know how to do this. He doesn't know how to. Can you imagine if somebody blasted you like that? Well, they blasted this guy like that. And I guess he proved them wrong, right? There we go. So that's the kind of post that I lay down here. Here's another post on a Wednesday. We treated mom to lunch out in town, Mother's Day celebration with the kids. There I am. There's some other pictures here, right, that we did. And then under there's another post, your daily training, right? I post invitations to my daily training. I'll do a little video and talk about something to help people that are wanting to be better entrepreneurs online. I just went live on YouTube with a new training. Check it out here and have fun applying it in your own way. So you could see I sprinkle a few different kinds of posts, but they're always motivational, inspirational, helpful. I'm trying to find some kind of value. Even if I'm posting a picture of my kids, I try to help form a vision around it that other people can wrap their mind around and contemplate and ponder, right? I'm sharing value. And then on other posts, like you saw there at the end and in the very beginning, very direct invitations to my free information. Okay, so that handles the setup stuff. That handles what kind of post I leave on my wall. And now I'll tell you right now, 80-20 rule, 80% of my success comes away from my own Facebook wall. 20% is just my own little daily postings and engaging with people that commented and reacted to my own post. But where the magic happens is outside, away from my own house here on Facebook, away from my Facebook wall, on other people's wall. That's where 80% of the magic happens, away from my own Facebook. But I just wanted to show you, this is how I set it up, because everything that I'm going to teach you how to do right now, the goal is to get people to want to come check out my own Facebook and then get them off Facebook and have a conversation. So let's get right into that part of the training now that I've shown you this part. And then we're going to come right on back and I'm going to show you how I do it live. Okay, how to start building your own audience on Facebook from ground zero, from scratch, even if you're brand new. So let's go ahead and go through it. All right, guys. So I have, people ask me this all the time. Hey, Franco, I have zero experience with this. I don't have any friends on Facebook. I have no influence. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what this internet stuff is, this marketing, this networking, this home business. How can I build a responsive audience and friends list on Facebook? I'm gonna show you something right now. I'm going to first show you a series of slides that are just concepts that I want you to come back to this video and screen capture. This has no rhyme or reason. It does a little bit, but I just want to give you the concepts, the ideas. I want to embed them in your subconscious mind right now. I want to give you the concepts and the visions and the ideas. And then I'm going to show you how I do this stuff, right? But I want you to have them so you can come back to the video and get these concepts and get these ideas and embed that with what I'm about to show you in real time on real Facebook. Now, for some of you, affiliates and customers of Power Lead System, let me show you where all of the preparatory work and all of this training is already located. You have access to a fantabulous course inside. I believe the only thing you have to do is be an affiliate. That's like $24 or whatever. Be an affiliate in Power Lead System. And as an affiliate, you get access to Endless Free Leads 2017, the course. Okay, the course. If you want the foundational information that you can use with my training on top of it, you already have access to. A lot of people tell me, hey, Franco, do you have more training on this stuff? You don't need it. It's in here. It's already inside of Power Lead System. Here I am inside of the back office. Okay, it's called Endless Free Leads 2017. You get access to it. Usually in the market at large, you can go there and check it out. Google it. You can see that it's sold for $497 on the internet. You have access to it for free if you are an affiliate of Power Lead System. It's a no-brainer deal, right? So I logged into the course itself. You can find it here in the training tab. Let me show you real slow. Power Lead System back office, training, and then down here, training area, then go down here, Endless Free Leads 2017. Just one of our trainings. This is the one that I'm sharing from today, okay? But you also have access to Master Traffic Academy. They have Facebook training there. Social Profit Academy is right here. But this one, Endless Free Leads 2017, available to you for free. You just got to upgrade to like affiliate and you get it. You get all this. Now, once you get in there and you log in, because some people want to know where the basics are, so I want to show you where the basics are. Here is the basics right here. Endless Free Leads 11. You get your profile checklist, right? Remember I told you the preparation work, how to get your profile set up for business. It's right here on the profile checklist. Getting started fast is right here. Your daily routine is right here. Scripts, book, and app download. Now, I'm not big on scripts, but it does get you flowing in the right direction. You can make them your own. Use your own words, but they're great so that you don't have a block on what to say, what to do, what ideas to use, right? But I don't like scripts. I turn all of these into my own words. How would I say that? He gives me a phrase. I'm like, how would I say that? Oh, I'd say it this way. Okay, cool. Post it that way, right? How to close a sale, tips and shortcuts, Coach's Corner, and downloads, PDFs. I'll show you a couple of examples of PDFs right now on this. So let me just really quick. This is all inside here. You can go step by step, okay? So I'm going to be really fast. I'm gonna show you this. Check this out. Like, for example, one of them is, getting started fast. Here it is right here. All of the training you're going to cover is right in here, right in here. I mean, getting started fast. That's that one. I mean, look at all this stuff. And he walks you through exactly how to prepare your Facebook. The whole concept is broken down. Select your own prospects, qualify them with questions, make the sale, law of numbers, 80-20 rule, right? I mean, quality, not quantity. I mean, every single aspect of the training is already here. I'm just letting you know, because people ask all the time, hey, where do I get more of this? It's already in here. Okay, so that's that one. Now your daily routine, daily method of operation, that is this is a PDF printout of the presentation for this training, right? So it's all here, 7 steps to building your network marketing business or any kind of business online. Number 1, be clear on your goals, contacts, invite, present, follow up, get started, teamwork. He breaks this stuff down, your daily plan of action on Facebook. It's all right here. I'm trying to tell you, all of the little details are here. I'm going to give you some shortcuts and some really, rocket fuel kind of suggestions. But there's even the book right there, How to Win Friends and Influence People, your first year network marketing, all this stuff is right there, right? And then he gets right into specific scripting, specific concepts and strategies and tactics. Okay, talk to 5 to 10 people every day, expose 5 people to your business every day, commit to 90 days, continue. I mean, it's all here, okay? So my part, but you can't do any of this if you don't know how to start building your audience from scratch. This is the one thing he did not cover here is, okay, this is all great, but how do you first start building your audience? How do you get in front of people to give these kind of posts to, right? How do you start building your list of contacts on Facebook? So let's cover that. I just want to show you that's what's in there, okay? And this is it. And you can get it from inside the back office right in here. All right, I just wanted to cover that. All right, so now let's go back to Facebook. Let's go back to the PowerPoint, and let's keep rolling. I just wanted to show you that, it's not willy-nilly going through this stuff. It's very organized. So here's some concepts. If they like you and they believe you and they trust you and they have confidence in you, guess what? They might buy from you. That's a great starting point, right? People hate to be sold. Again, these are concepts to remember when you're out there on Facebook doing this stuff. Remember these. These are very, very important. They can make or break you, and they can break you fast. People hate to be sold, but they love to buy. I'm going to teach you how to start building your Facebook audience without being a jerk face on Facebook, okay? Because of this slide right here. Provide value to your marketplace. Keep that top of mind when you're on Facebook. Provide value to your marketplace. Go back to the video where I share with you my sample post, what I'm posting on my wall. Always keep in mind, you want to provide value. Now that, just because you post pictures of your kids and having lunch and all this stuff with your kids at the beach or whatever, you can still create value out of those posts. Just use model other people that you like to follow. Get access to your whole market. I'm going to give you this right now. Hey, Franco, I don't know how to find targeted people, this and that. Look, I'm going to take you on a shortcut. I'm going to show you, if you're in my market, if you're looking for people who want to build a home business on the internet, I'm going to give you access right now to that entire market on Facebook, where you can just forget about wondering how to get in front of them. You'll just be executing how to engage with them and add them to your network, okay? But there's gonna be zero guesswork on how to locate targeted people. I'm gonna give you access to your entire marketplace, if you're doing what I do, by finding and following industry leaders. I'm gonna be very specific. Okay, now, because we have a training, right, let's just start with Acres of Diamonds in our own backyard. We have a training by Max Steingart. I'm going to show you right now, when I get done with these slides, I'm going to show you exactly from scratch how to begin with Max. And here's the process. Find somebody that's teaching this stuff on the internet, right, that's got a following. And because they're following the rest of the market, let me show you the concept. Then ask yourself, well, who are his friends? Who does he follow? And who do they follow? And there you go. You're going right down the rabbit hole, right down the abyss of the targeted everybody that's in this marketplace. Right, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Don't worry about that. I'll show you right now. And then here's a magical one. Engage with those people when you find them. Here's how you want to get started. Engage with their posts and comments. You want to like, comment, and share your way into a huge friends list. Like, comment, and share your way into a huge friends list. These are just the concepts. I want to implant them in your mind right now so that when you see me go to Facebook right now and actually do it, you'll understand what I'm doing and why. Okay? Like, comment, and share your way into a huge friends list. This doesn't have to be difficult. When you start doing the right things consistently, your friends list is going to grow automatically. Every single day, I get notifications on Facebook that I have more and more and more and more followers every day. And some days I don't even try. It's just you've been so consistent. You've got so much content. You've engaged with so many people that tons of people just see your stuff all the time and begin to follow you. But you got to do it right. You got to lay down the right content, got to have your profile set up to receive them, and you got to be active and engaged consistently. Okay, but it starts happening. So like, comment, and share your way into a huge friends list. Social, this is why. This is a very important concept. Social media culture has programmed people to be hypersensitive to who liked their stuff and who commented about them on their posts. Tell me it's not true in your own posting, right? When you're a part of this industry and you're networking and building a business and this and that, just the culture of that has programmed all of us to be super hypersensitive about who liked your stuff and who commented on your post. We just want to know, hey, who's that? They said some cool stuff about me. Oh no, that person's a troll. Block, delete. Why did they say that? What did I do? Oh my God, I'm such a bad, oh, what happened, right? But when it's positive, it's like, oh, that person said some awesome stuff about me. Well, who are they? What are they up to? What are they doing? What's their angle? Right? You get all George Carlin on them, right? But we are hypersensitive to who likes our stuff and who comments on our stuff. So if you are the one liking and commenting cool stuff about other people, they're going to be curious about who you are and what you're about. They're going to come check you out on your profile. That's where they come to your house and they start going through your stuff, right? That's why we cover that first. So anyway, just remember this concept. Very important. Psychology 101, but man, is it magnetic on social media these days. Here's another one. People love to locate other people who are loving on their content, posting pics. Another way to say the same thing. People love to locate other people who are loving on their content, posting pics. Why? Because now they have allies. Now they have allies. If they know that they can post some stuff freely and they know they're going to have a few buddies that are going to like and comment cool stuff and give them social proof about their content, then everybody wants allies. You want to know, you got a lot of allies. I got some buddies out here. They're going to back me up. I'm going to back them up. That's cool. People love to locate other people who are loving on their content, post, and pics. Engage your way into their mind and heart. I don't know, I'm a military guy. So back when we were in combat training and in combat in the Middle East, a huge part of the campaign wasn't just what normally you do in the military, which is very, very awful stuff. But a big portion of it was winning the hearts and minds of the local people so they can help you with intel. They can help cover you. They can watch your six, right? They can talk to your translators, and it was all about how do we win a little bit of these people's heart and minds. It was a psychological operation, psychological warfare. That's just what it is, right? Well, we're not in a war here on Facebook. I hope you're not. But it is very important to know that there is a way to engage your way into the heart and minds of your marketplace. Have other people championing you, even if they're not buying directly from you, not joining your team or whatever. You still need a lot of allies and friends to back your stuff up out there. It just makes you look better, and other people will be attracted to you. And there you go, right? So it's just part of the concepts that will help you on your way. Let's move on. Be consistent. Big part of it. Be consistent. Show up to work here. Engage other people's content and comments daily, especially in the beginning. I'll show you how. Just the concept first. Engage other people's content. Be more interested in them, giving them exposure, commenting on their stuff, liking and sharing and commenting positively, uplift them, motivate them, inspire them, edify them, emphasize their great points of view or whatever, sincerely, genuine, authentically, but do give some love, right? You'll get it back in spades. Engage other people's content. That's the secret. And comments daily, especially in the beginning. Be sincere, be authentic, be genuine. So back to that book. Remember the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Let me give you a big secret at the end of chapter 1. I'll give you these. He gives you these bullet points. And if you just engrave this into your mind, subconscious and conscious mind, when you're on Facebook, number 1, don't, unless you're making jokes or being satirical or something like that. It just depends on your personality. But in general, don't be a troll. In general, in what we do, you want to attract people. And I know there's a way to be a troll and attract targeted people that way by trolling in a certain way, whatever. But in general, if you're brand new, people don't understand that psychology stuff yet, right? That reverse kind of perspective and angles. So let me just keep it very brand new, very newbie friendly. Right? Number 1, so that you don't try to do that by accident and do the wrong thing or repel people away from you. There is no right or wrong, but you're either going to attract people or you're going to repel people by what content you lay down on social media. I want you to be able to attract people first, right? So number 1, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Just don't. Number 2, give honest and sincere appreciation. But here's the key word: appreciation. Okay, people can be very honest and they can be jerks. They can be sincere and they can be, I'll let you cover the words, right? They can be jerk faces. I'm talking about here is give honest and sincere appreciation. It doesn't say give honest and sincere trolling haterade all day, every day. Okay, I know you've got programs that you hate. Oh my God, that's a Ponzi. Oh my God, that's awful. Unless you've got experience dealing with that kind of psychology, I would venture to say in the very beginning, just focus on don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Build your list first. Build an audience first. Then you can say whatever the hell you want, right? Once you've got that influence. But to build it in the beginning, you got to build it before they come, right? Give honest and sincere appreciation. Start there first. Magical things happen when you give people honest and sincere appreciation. When you don't criticize, you don't condemn them, you don't complain about them, you don't whine all day long, about, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm not getting any bites, I'm not getting people, I'm not getting commissions, I'm not getting sales, right? Don't worry about what you're not getting. Worry about what you're giving, right? Give honest and sincere appreciation. Number 3, arouse, and this is a little bit subtle. You don't do this obviously a lot of times, but when you take it from public to private, I'll talk about that right now. But arouse in the other person an eager want, right? Remember that picture with my little girls at the beach? What I posted was, I feel blessed, a lot of gratitude to be able to be with them every single day of their life, even in the middle of the week at the beach when everybody else is watching pictures of their kids in daycare. I'm just saying, right? Did I criticize them? No. Did I condemn them? No. Did I complain about that? No, not at all. Got to do what you got to do to raise your family. I know how that feels, right? So I didn't go there, but in those kinds of posts, to some people, it will arouse in another person an eager want. I want to raise my own children. I want to be able to be there and be the one taking the picture and not the one just watching the picture on Facebook because I'm at work all day and all night, right? So certain ways you can use content and messaging and the words you use and personal interaction and also just posting content like I did to arouse in the other person an eager want. Guys, that's a 100-year-old book. Man, you apply that on Facebook, you're like tomorrow's guru. The Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. Chapter 1, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You're done. Apply this on Facebook. You're done. That's 90% of the work. But how does that break down specifically? Well, let's keep going. How to break the ice with people in the very beginning. You can't just send them friend requests all day long. You can't just spam out friend requests because you're going to get timed out on Facebook. That's not what I'm talking. I'm not talking about sitting at your computer and before anyone knows who the heck you are, just sending friend requests by the dozens, by the truckload all day long. That's not going to work. People are going to ignore you. Give them a reason to want to send you a friend request and engage with you. Break the ice. Engage. Change their state. How? Help them smile. You learn how to put a smile on somebody's face in the middle of the day while they're in their cubicle, pretending that their life is beautiful and perfect on Facebook, but inside they're crying their ass off because they don't know how they're going to get unstuck from the rut they're currently in. But oh, everybody on Facebook has a perfect life, right? Don't believe the hype. Still, find a way to post something personally in their thread or directly to them that helps put a smile on their face, if for a moment. If for it, yes, they're going to go back to their reality. Who cares about their reality? They have to get back there anyway. But you don't be the person who reminds them about their reality. Be the source of positivity, inspiration, vision, motivation. Be the light in their darkness, if but for a nanosecond on Facebook. You think it doesn't matter? Try it. I built thousands and thousands of followers on Facebook, just trying my best, to the best of my ability, of trying to learn from other masters how to be a little bit of positivity to somebody else, a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of vision, a little bit of motivation. Not all about, look at my Lamborghini that I rented, whatever. Not any of the fake stuff. I mean real, genuine stuff. Get beneath the surface. Get to the heart. Forget about the superficial BS. That other people, it's easy to get, oh, look at my new Pravda glasses or whatever, my new Gucci purse or whatever. Cool, okay, but who cares, right? Get beyond it. Get into the heart. You don't have to mess with the price tags of material stuff. That's cool. I'm not saying against it. I'm just saying get beneath the surface and you'll make a more of an impact in the days of other people. Change their state. Help them smile. Be the source of positivity, inspiration, vision, and motivation with a simple post, with a simple engagement. Find something in common, another concept. Find something in common with people. Search their profile. This is very important, okay? Before you go spamming people, friend requests and all that out of nowhere, do a little research on, very easy on Facebook to click to get over to their profile. Check, review their most recent posts, 2 or 3 of their most recent posts. Click to their about section. Check that out a little bit. What are they about? What can you sincerely praise and appreciate and resonate with about them? Right? Think of that. Come back to this slide. Think of that next time. My ultimate goal with Facebook is to get people off of freaking Facebook. My ultimate goal with Facebook is to get people out of it and communicate with me for a little bit, just a little bit. Private message, phone call, Skype, whatever. My ultimate goal with Facebook marketing is to get people away from Facebook and with me. Let's have an honest conversation. Let's communicate. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I'm just trying to connect. I'll get to that in a second. Form, old-fashioned form. Use it on Facebook, right? People start asking you questions, and now it's gone from the public posting stuff. Now they're sending you private messages. Remember this, to ask them about their family. Review their pictures. Don't be like, here's the thing. Some people will go through this like robotic, right? Oh, how many kids do you have? What do you do for a living? What are you up to these days? What do you guys do for fun? What's your motivation? Well, before you go into robot mode, guys, go to their profile. They're going to tell you what, look at their pictures. Open up any videos, pictures, review their posts from Christmas, from the holidays. Go in there, do a little bit of homework. 3 minutes, 5 minutes is all you need. You'll learn something about their family. So now when you do ask about their family, you can ask something like this. How is Jackson today? Is he doing well today? When's he coming home? When's your next video with Jax? How is Tiffany? Right? More specific. Isn't that a big, how many kids do you have? Dude, you could have checked my profile to find out I got 15 kids, whatever, right? Also about occupation. See what they're posting. See if they list it. Sometimes they don't list it. Sometimes they do. Just do a little bit of homework. Don't be so obvious, right? Find out, and then you can ask, hey, so you've been in engineering for 13 years over at Raytheon? How is that, man? Well, I know you probably can't talk to me about what you help them build and stuff, but you know, was that you over like, are you in some deep stuff? How do you love engineering at Raytheon or teaching at the college or teaching kindergarten, right? Specific, do a little homework. When you do ask about their family, about their occupation, about their recreation, how's that boat doing? I see that, you know, a Sea-Doo crashed into you over the Memorial Day holiday, man. How's that doing? That spill you took on the quad in the sand dunes. How you doing, man? How's Jimmy? Looks like he's really doing well with that motocross, or you know, whatever. Be a little more specific. Family, occupation. Ask them about recreation, what they like doing for fun, traveling. Message, motivation, right? So these are things that you're going to use when we do get into more about private messaging on Facebook with the people you've been engaging with. Like attracts like. For example, what do you post? What do you post about, right? So like attracts like. Personal development posts, as an example, attract people with interest in personal development, right? Financial literacy, if you post about finance, Robert Kiyosaki, goldmoney.com, you know, if you're posting about financial literacy stuff, zero hedge articles, investing, Bitcoin, trading, Forex, you know, whatever. Financial literacy posts will attract people, if you're around those people, that are interested in financial literacy. Entrepreneurship, same thing. How about talking about liberty like I do? I do a lot of the freedom, liberty, family. Family's everything. Liberty, family, freedom, right? Like attracts like. Whatever you end up posting about, you're going to attract. If you're, you know, posting about low quality, you know, I don't know, rut living kind of stuff, you're going to attract low quality, kind of routine, complaining, whining people. Right? So anyway, that's the concept there. People hate to be sold, but they love to buy. We talked about that, but take it a little bit, a step further. Stop focusing on trying to get people. People have big BS antennas. They know when they're trying to get sold. Nobody wants to be a meal ticket for somebody else. Nobody likes to feel like, man, I'm just a commission to this person. Now what's going on here? He's just working me for a sale. Right, so stop focusing on trying to get people. You won't imagine how many times, millions of times I've heard people directly ask me, how do I get people? And I said, oh, no, I don't want to get people. I'm not out here to get people or seeing people as your next commission. Focus instead on connecting with people. Ask that instead. What can I do to better connect with people? That's a whole different platform. That is a whole different paradigm. You're on a whole different level. Focus instead on connecting with them. What can I do? How can I connect better with people? How can I connect with people better? Being of service to them. Focus on that. Focus on how you can deliver value to people. And be focused on building relationships. Little by little, have patience, add value, connect, be sincere, build relationships by being there, being consistent, right? Facebook audience ROI. What's the ROI? What's the return on investment on your Facebook audience? Well, here's what has helped me. I focus more on making social deposits in my Facebook bank account. I focus way more on making social deposits, engaging, liking, saying cool stuff about people. You can make withdrawals later. But you got to focus in the beginning. You're not going to build your audience if you're trying to rip money off from their pocket, obviously, right? But you will build an audience if they know that, man, you're just making social deposits. You're focusing on making social deposits into your Facebook account by being cool, connecting with people, engaging with them, okay? Who are they? Ask yourself, who are they? Who is this person? Let me go review their profile, their videos, their pictures, their comments, their posts. What do they want? What does it look like they're seeking? How can you serve them? This helps you to better ask questions once they do begin to send you private messages, because they will, with questions, replying to your emails from your autoresponder, all that stuff, right? Have these questions in mind. Who are they? What do they want? How can I better serve them? Find out about their dreams. Find out about their interests. Find out about their passion. Find out about their purpose. Help them get closer to them. Help them get closer to their dreams. Help them get closer to their interests. Help them get closer to their passion. help them get closer to living life on their purpose. Right? These are the things you want to keep in mind. And now I want to show you how to meet your entire marketplace if you are in my arena. Let me show you a quick, how do you begin to build your audience? Here's what you do. You find some leaders, absolute leaders in your marketplace. And let me go show you how to do it. But I want you to screenshot, go give them some love too. Follow them, engage with them. But it's not about them. Here's what it, this list of individuals, Max Steingart. I'll show you an example of how this works out. Eric Worre, let me just name drop really quick. These are all awesome people to follow, by the way, a lot of value, right? Eric Worre, Ray Higdon, Lisa Fader Grossman, Cedric Harris, my man Cedric Harris, Kylo, Charles Fuchs, Grant, I misspelled his name, Grant Cardone with a T, Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, Diane Hoffman, the Striking Viking, Diane Hoffman, Striking Viking, Diane Hoffman, Michelle Pesco-Solido. Right? Keep these names in mind. Here's what I mean by this. Here's what I mean. You go to them because when you take all of the people that are following these individuals in an aggregate, collect all the people that are following them, that's the entire market. The entire marketplace is following them. Everybody's following them. So it just puts you in the market to locate other cool people. They can't quite possibly catch up individually with hundreds of thousands of people that are following these individuals collectively. So this is just a shortcut to get you and your message and your smile and your picture and your profile and your brand and everything in front of the entire marketplace. Collectively is following these individuals. Just take a screenshot of this. And now let me go show you a quick example of how this works if you're brand new. Let me give you an execution list before we end tonight. An execution list. Number one, follow and engage those people, number one. Number two, actually, follow and engage 5 to 10 new people daily on Facebook from the big web of networks that I'm going to introduce you to right now. But follow and engage, try to follow and engage 5 to 10 new people daily. Number two, review their recent posts and their about section on their profile. Engage their posts and their comments first. I'm giving you the didactic because actually doing it is so simple, so easy that this takes all of the time, showing you the didactic, the strategy. Number three, engage their posts and comments first and often. Number four, engage daily. Don't ever stop engaging on people's stuff. Number five, message back, private message back every friend request you begin to receive because of your engagement. Number six, message back every reaction or engagement on your posts. Because what's going to happen is when you begin the cause and effect here, cause and effect, right? Every reaction has an equal or an opposite reaction, right? Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. Physics, right? So when that starts to happen, by you engaging on their stuff, they're going to reciprocate. People are going to start checking you out. If you're posting good stuff, they're going to react on your stuff, like and comment and share and heart and all that stuff. When you get that message back, that engagement on your post. And then ultimately, you want to take this from public Facebook into private Facebook, invite them to call you or text you or message you. And then ultimately, you want to take it off of Facebook altogether, hop on the phone and bond and engage. Okay, so that's the execution list. That's what we're going to do. Let me show you what this looks like. You want to see what this looks like real quick before we end tonight. Let me go over to Facebook. Now that we've covered all that, remember I started with Max Steingart. I did that because in our program inside, he does the course. So obviously, hey, it would be common sense. Let's go over to Max, right? As an example, let's go to Max. And let's start there, and let me show you how to find the entire market instantly. So here's Max right here. I'm going to go over there. So I'm following him, right? So I unfriended him for this to show you this. So I click to follow him, and now you can, I've already engaged in a lot of posts for Max in the past, right? We've already been doing that. I unfriended him just so I can friend him. So let me now that I've done that, I'm going to send a friend request, right? That's how it begins, right? Now, check this out, though. He's got some friends, right? And if you go to his friends list, remember those names I was talking to you about? There's Lisa Kidder. Awesome follow. Follow Lisa. Follow Lisa. Engage on her. Always good stuff. Eric Worre. There's Eric Worre. There's Ray Higdon. There's Lisa Fader Grossman. There's Doug Wellen. There's the entire industry right there, folks. There's the entire industry right there. Watch, because you could drill down. It's not about trying to, I'm not looking to get Eric to buy anything from me or Ray Higdon or whatever. That's not what this is about. It's about getting in front of the marketplace because everybody's following them. So that's an easy way to find your market. In my market, okay? I'm just saying, whatever your market is, make a list of, 15 to 20 leaders in whatever your market is. I don't know, selling and making Frisbees, whatever, model planes, I don't know, but whatever it is. But in mine, it's these people, right? So first thing I did, I found some leaders, I started following them, and then we drill down. Let's go to Eric Worre, right? So now I go to Eric Worre. We're friends, I'm following him, right? So this is what I mean. Now this is creative marketing at its finest, visual effects. Artist creates epic video. Now, I don't have obviously all the time in the world to actually go through this, but here's what I'm telling you. I would actually go through and watch the content. I would watch the video, right? But I'm just gonna take a shortcut here just to let you know the mechanical process. I'm gonna like it, right? I don't know if I'm gonna chuckle or laugh or heart. I didn't physically go through, actually go through the content, but I would. And once I go through the video, then whatever I do feel about it, I'm going to make that reaction. In this case, I just liked it, right? And then I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I would do obviously my own thing, but that's better than the automotive industry. Oh, the creative minds of some people and the technology know-how, and he's smiling. Save some of that creative magic for his spelling, brilliance at his finest. I'm going to do something very safe. Awesome. Haha. Okay, just something like that. That's all it takes, guys. Okay, that's all it takes. Just engage a little bit with the people that you start following. But here's the thing. For example, if this was not Eric Worre, if it was just, another person in the industry that's following that made some cool comment or whatever, right? Then I would go to the next one. The first 5 years ago, I had a privilege. That's a little too. Let me go to another one. This is an easy one, right? Good times, Eric. Right? Celebrating 9 years of friendship. Great times, great connections, right? Boom, just leave a comment. Okay, now let me show you another part of this too. So now Eric, he's got friends too, right? So let's see, here's a good one. Here's my friend Linda, right? But let's say I didn't know Linda yet. Linda Cromar, there she is. See how you begin to drill down? You drill down and you start doing how to win friends and influence people. Right now, I know Linda, but what if I did? If I didn't, I would come here and review her most recent post. Right now that I've reduced the fat in my body, I'm ready to combine that with exercise. I invested in a Nordic track today. I'm not good about getting to a gym, and I love hanging and building my business in my PJs. So this works great with my lifestyle. Well, I'm gonna love that. I'm gonna love that. Great for you. Great for you. I remember, because I remember my old Nordic track. Great stuff. Boom. That's it, right? So now what if, Linda's got some friends? There is, Trisha Barnes. There's Dee Gabinette, right? So I'm going to click on a Dee Gabinette, and I'm going to go check out this person's comments. Very positive. Dee's positive. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free. Your every existence is an act of rebellion. I love that. Freedom and liberty. I'm all about that. This is certainly true for Canada as well. It's not just an American tragedy. What's this about? Jared Wyan. You're not dealing with the same divide in America you grew up with. We're not separated by a social issue. The other one's blah, blah, blah. That's a little deep, but maybe I just like it. Okay, that's a little deep, but maybe I just like it. That's cool. Boston Herald, setting dangerous, disgusting trend, dehumanizing parents. What? Parents inviting vaccination ought to be hanging offense? Oh my goodness, that's horrible. What a horrible way to express your opinions. Wow. Thanks for sharing, Dee. Right? Thanks for sharing, Dee. So now you see, This is the mechanics of it, right? Let me go to something I don't know, right? So I don't know Alex J. I don't know Alex J. Might be a great guy, social media expert, sales specialist, automation specialist. Cool. I don't know if I want to follow him yet, so I'm going to be honest, right? But let's see. I fly so much, I should probably go grow wings. I honestly can't believe that a few years ago I was struggling to afford food. Wow. I would see people in movies, la da 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 da. Now I fly so much I only stop taking photos. Otherwise, you guys would see me on a plane every 4 to 8 weeks. It's ironic in a way. I used to think the more money you have, the more I'd show off. At the start, I did. Now it almost has a reverse effect on me. So he's seeing some success, or at least he's posting about it. I believe anyone can achieve success. I love that. But the question is, are you willing to do anything for success? Great point. So I'm just going to bam, like it. I'm just going to say, you know what? Great points. Profound. Boom, right? So you see how I'm doing that. So tonight, I just wanted to cover one little aspect. It's a big collective, but I wanted to cover one little aspect. We are running out of time, but you see what I've been doing. It's the mechanics of this is not impossible. It is not difficult. It's not rocket science. But let me come back on camera here to end tonight. So you saw I began with a list of industry leaders in my specific market niche, and then I started drilling deep into people. Some I knew, and you saw that last guy. I don't know him. This is just what I do. And I do it on a day-to-day basis. I take 15, 20 minutes. I do it. New people. I'm always drilling for new people that I don't know yet. And I just engage. You didn't see me send a friend request. It's not about that tonight. I almost never send a friend request, but I engage so much with different people so consistently that I'm loaded with friend requests. I have thousands of friend requests all the time. It's most people they follow because everybody can follow you, and I selectively add friends. But when you do this consistently and you're following the concepts that we talked about, just go through the slides of this teaching again, but it's all in here. But I gave you super shortcuts on how to do this at a high level, quality grade. Have people attracted and compelled to want to learn about you. Who is that? What are they about? What's up with that? They're writing some cool stuff on my stuff all the time. I'm going to follow Franco. I'm going to follow Dee. I'm going to follow Linda. I'm going to follow you. And I am. I'm going to follow you. But who's engaged with my stuff? If I don't see you engaging with my stuff, what's going to make me compelled and attracted to want to follow you, right? That guy, Alex, I don't know him. I will start engaging with his stuff. He can choose to follow me. He can choose to come over and check out who I am. And if he likes what he sees there, we can start engaging back and forth. And then we're going to end up following and possibly friending each other, right? But if I never see him ever engage on my stuff, probably not going to remember about him either, but I engage. What can I do to engage with other people and connect with them? If they feel that connection, they're going to come over and they're going to like on some of my stuff. I'm going to send a private message. Oh, I didn't tell you about that, right? So let's send a private message real quick and end it with that. Let's end it with that. So I'm going to send, how do I start taking it from the public to the private section of Facebook? Well, let's say that I'm engaged a while, right? And I noticed that somebody then engaged with me, right? If we go to the home page, here's how easy it is. Once you get going on Facebook, I'm going to engage with Cedric. Okay, he's right there. So, but what you see when you're on a computer, a laptop or a desktop, not on a phone, but when you're on a computer on Facebook, then usually it's not coming up right now. Maybe I have it off. I have the options off. But usually when I have it on, you see what people are doing here. So-and-so liked this post. So-and-so commented here. So-and-so did this. So-and-so did that. So when I'm engaged, let me see if I can turn it on. Collapse chart closed. Turn on chat. Let's turn on chat. Turn on the chat. Well, that's a chat. But what about the other things? Did they just change this or something? New message. Anyway, you can see things happening on the side of your Facebook. Let's say I'm just on my news feed, right? And I see some. I feel like teaching tonight. Okay, cool. So Ced's teaching, I'm going to like that. And I haven't sent Ced some in a long time, man. So I'm going to go over to Cedric Harris, right? And he's on a live right now. There he is. He's doing his thing. There's Cedric Harris. Follow Cedric. Tons of value. And that's all I'm going to do, man. I'm just going to click to message him. But usually what I start doing is I'm going to say, crushing it, Ced. Always value, bro. Just wanted to drop you a quick line. Thanks. Thanks. What's been up in the last 100 years since we've caught up? Smiley, and I'm done, right? Crushing it, Ced, always value, bro. Just wanted to drop you a quick line. Thanks. What's been up in the last 100 years since we've caught up? Just something, just a little something, something. But you get the drift. That's what I do. When I notice somebody's engaging with my stuff, I've been engaging with their stuff, they react to something that I post, right? Let's do that. Let's go to my Facebook now. Now, we've had some people posting, liking here, right? Marquise Jones, right? Marquise. So I open up who's liked it, and I go right over to Marquise, and I'm going to hover over. I could see him here. I know him. We're friends already for years now. So I'm going to message him, right? I'm going to message him, and I'm going to write here, hey there, boss man. I see you. Boom. Right? That's it. Just be yourself. I mean, if you don't say that like I do, don't say it. But, just something like that, right? And so anyway, that's what I would do. And if I was just building my audience aggressively, like if it was the very first time from scratch, that's exactly what I do. I would do everything I told you how to do tonight. You be the engager first. And as people begin to engage on your stuff, every single reaction, every single time, I would send a private message, just something like that. Just something cool, positive, inspiring, motivating, or just to acknowledge that they were here. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. That's it. I mean, that's how it begins. And if you have done your homework correctly and set up your profile where they can easily find the breadcrumbs that lead to your links and your business information, you will never have to lead them anywhere. They will come over here and see, hey, what's Franco up to? Oh, this, let me click on that. Ooh, look at that, right? And there they go. They're through your capture page. They're becoming your lead. They're watching bits and pieces of your videos. And now they start asking questions. And there you go, my friend. I put you in front of the entire market tonight. I gave you concepts on exactly what to begin to do, what to do daily. Go through the slide presentation first, and then finish up with the mechanics of what you saw me doing. But I just went to some leaders, start drilling down, engaging, liking, commenting, engaging. When I see people then engage with my stuff, reciprocity, I send them a private message. The goal, take them from the public side of Facebook to the private side, private messaging. The goal of that, to take people from Facebook entirely off and have a conversation, have a Skype, a conversation, something off of Facebook. Build a real connection that leads to a real relationship. And that leads to different parts of our training. What kind of questions to ask to better ascertain what it is you can provide for them to get them closer to their goals, to what they want to achieve, to their purpose, to their passion, to what they want to do. Their dreams, their goals, their stuff. It's about them being of service to other people, asking specific questions as you develop the relationship and knowing what it is that they want, because what they want may not be what you want for yourself right up front. It's not about your commission. It's about maybe they just want to learn how to build a Facebook audience, right? Lead them into some training that does that. That's going to lead them into probably some of the tools and the educational courses that you used to learn. Power Lead System, right? And then let them go watch a video. They're going to find your videos. If you're doing your homework and setting stuff up the way I've taught you, then you don't even have to go there. A lot of times they will find it as they go through your profile. They'll find it. Then they'll be on your blog, they'll be on your video, they'll be on your lead capture page. They'll be watching that. And typically the questions I get is, hey, Franco, I saw that video about what you're doing. How does that stuff really work? That's it. I just edify that. Yeah, absolutely it works, man. I can teach you about it. But step by step, have you watched this video? It's only 5 minutes. Boom, put them in front of a video. And then follow up with your friend. How to turn strangers into buddies, into business partners. That's how we do it. So my friends, I hope you got some value out of tonight's lesson. It works hand in hand with last week's, because last week's you've got automatic traffic flowing in to your operation without social media. Now you add some social media, some little sexiness to it, and now you're out there generating your own contacts, and that feeds into each other. Your social media connections will drip into your marketing system. The marketing system and traffic that you generate cold will lead into and follow you on social media. They'll see what you're doing on social media. They'll see that you're a positive person, you're helpful, you're a value, you're a source of inspiration and value and positive things. And there you go. They both work hand in hand. So for the entire family here at Power Lead System, I'm Franco. More training next week, every Thursday live. But affiliates, customers, guests, you can replicate this page and invite people to this free training whenever you want, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just use our training, use our messages, invite people to free training that want to learn how to turn their Facebook into a cash register, how to start a business and scale it on the internet using social media marketing and internet marketing skill sets. That's what we teach. And we have the systems and the tools that people need to put together to take action and execute these strategies. So anyway, that's the training for this week, guys. Find me inside of the Power Lead System group if you have any questions down below in the chat bar. Get back to your inviter, get back to your sponsor, work together with them, use these tools, use these strategies, build your audience, build your business. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.